Right this time. You're here, and here's the light. Zemrah of the Better Half. And joining us is the lady herself, my friend and sister, Miss Pamela Wilkes.
The Queen.
Yes, and she is the lady. Hey, this making this happen on my upcoming CD, Love is Possible. We got some music that Pam, remember, I always share with you anyway about her love lyrics and her ability to write such beautiful, beautiful messages through her lyrics. And that is always the way I choose a song. And when I hear her words and how she puts them together, I immediately, when she says, Zemrah, what do you think of this? I just immediately start singing. And that's how I come up with the melody of the song. And so we are so, as I've said for the last month or so, about this upcoming CD, because I'm telling you, Mr. Reggie Foster is producing this. Love is Possible. And I mean, he has done an outstanding job. I was there. We were, Ed and I were there last night, adding a few little touches to You Are. And Pam, tell us about You Are. It was My Mister that was the first song.
No. You Are.
Okay, so tell us about that, which is a beautiful, beautiful ballad. I made it into a ballad, and it is just
very romantic.
Oh,
very
don't give away a lot, but just a little taste.
Say what you want to say, man.
Well, actually, that's really what it's about. Love. Love is possible.
Yes.
And if you believe love is possible, then love is possible.
And you know it is. That's my subtitle.
Yes, indeed. But I write from the position of love because there's so many other things that's going on in the world right now. We could talk about all of that, but I prefer to focus in on what is true, what is real, and that is absolute love. Love in all forms. Love your children, love your husband, love your family, love your job, love everything. And if you express yourself with love, love will come back to you.
Absolutely.
And so first and foremost, of course, is love who?
Mm-hmm.
You.
That's right.
So that's what we want to do. And that's what this CD is all about. And we want to bring love back. And we're doing that through music, through the lyrics. A lot of times nowadays, music have sort of lost that edge. We talk about so many other things. And love seems to have been lost.
Like Ed said, with You Are, we bringing back slow dancing.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Romance.
Yes.
Right.
And intimacy.
Yes.
And it's not all about sex, although there's a little sex in there, but it's done with taste, with style and sophistication.
Absolutely.
You're going to love it. You're going to love it.
Yes. And then tell us how you came up with My Mister.
Well,
which is one of my favorites.
I'm going to try not to get deep.
No, get deep. That's why we're on the show.
Please,
that's why we wanted you to come on the show.
I've not, and I'm getting ready to be honest, I've not been in a relationship in a long time. However,
and a beautiful woman like this.
Well,
I mean, it's ridiculous.
We'll talk about that later.
No, we want
fellas.
No.
Now we want Facebook to know she is a beautiful sister and available.
Talented too.
Yes.
Very talented.
Well, these are my rah-rahs. So
no,
anyway,
truth is the light.
Anyway, I know what love is. I know what real love feels like. I know what it means and what it is about to be in a good relationship. I know what a good relationship looks like. My parents have been married this year for 67 years.
Whoa.
And
they bravo,
right,
Mama Hodges and Dad Hodges.
Rabbi James and Rosie Hodges.
Yes.
And I am number 2 of 6. I have one sister and 4 awesome brothers. I have a wonderful son. I have my grandson is wonderful. So the men in my life have been extraordinary for me. I can remember as a child my grandfather sitting me on his knee and hitting apricots out of the tree. And I was about 4 years old, and I can just still remember the feeling that I got from my grandfather. So for me, the men in my life very early on have been wonderful. So I've not had a lot of the experiences that a lot of women have had. I've been in some relationships that weren't good because they didn't last, but it wasn't traumatic. And it did not jade me from being in wanting a good relationship. And so when I wrote my Mister, I wrote this song about how I see the man of my dreams,
Woo!
or the
I was
man
going to
that's
ask
for
you
me.
what was the impetus behind that?
Well, like I said, I'm a very I would say that I'm a very passionate person. I'm a very intuitive person. I'm a very sensitive person. And so I look for that. And I like to give that off, I would hope.
Mhm.
And so when I wrote this song, you'll hear the lyrics to it. Just made me feel like that's the kind of man for me. And if it's the kind of man for me,
Woo!
why not for other women?
That's right.
Yes, yes,
Well, you
yes.
wait till you hear these lyrics. We're not going to say anything,
Mhm.
but the lyrics are just so dynamic. And this is my Mister here. This
Oh,
is
On,
the Mister of the
on
hour.
the upcoming CD, soon to be
Yeah,
released
yeah.
in February, late February.
It's going the release look like it's going to be about the second week in March, and that's okay because like Hermine brought it to my attention that that's Women's Month,
Oh
so
yeah,
that's
mm,
perfect. You
mm.
know, so that's still a good time, still happening. And we love doesn't have to be by the months.
That's
You know, we were saying that we wanted it, and I did want it in the love month of February. But when you're in love, and when you hear this CD, you're gonna fall in love in
again and
March,
again and again.
April, May, June, July, August, September,
hmm
October,
doesn't
November,
matter.
December, and turn right back around January and February again.
Yes.
So,
So
so Pam, tell me, um, do you believe that love is something that's been put on the back burner in recent centuries or decades, or in this dispensation in time? It's not something that's being talked about or sung about even. It's all about sex and
Well, we know we were in the era, the Whispers, OJ's,
mm,
Teddy
Teddy
P,
Pendergrass,
mm,
Luther
Luther,
Vandross
all of
lost all
those,
our
um,
greats.
Anita,
Luther,
Baker.
Anita Baker.
Luther preached about the power of
Oh,
love.
absolutely.
Barry
And
White.
oh,
Ooh,
I mean, we
Ooh.
can really go on and on in this era, but my inspiration also comes earlier than that. Sarah Vaughan.
Sweet Nancy.
Oh, Shirley Horn,
Yes.
yes.
Duke Ellington,
Yes.
um, Billie
Johnny
Holiday.
Hartman. Johnny
Oh, I
Hartman.
love
As
him.
they
I
say,
Yes.
when
love him.
music was music.
When music was
And
music,
that's for
and the
real.
lyrics. See, and that's what it's about for me. Now, I can tell you, I have forever had the desire to sing. I have enough sense to know that I cannot.
Well, you're not by yourself.
And so I've been given the gift to write. And and um and and so I write from what I feel. And so I know that love is out there. I know that love is possible. I know that if you open yourself to love, it will come to you. So, what has happened in the past, though, because of the world, because of what's going on, and with politics, what's going on in religion, what's going on in other relationships, love just has been put back on the back burner. You know, it's been moving so fast. And I think a lot of it happened when in our era, those of us that are in the baby boomers, we had that period when it's your thing, do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And so we did what we wanted to do. And it was more than just love. It was sex, it was weed, it was, I
Drugs
mean, drugs. It was just out of control.
Yeah.
And so I have to be responsible for bringing it back.
Yes.
And I think that's what we want to do. And I think that's what we're doing with this new music. And this is just the beginning, because I've written over, right now I have in my repertoire, is that it? Nearly 100 songs.
Wow.
And I tell you, I tried to write about, oh, my man has left me. Oh, I've had a hard time. Oh, I can't. That's just not me. And I leave that to whoever can write that. And I take nothing from them or anything like that, because if that's your experience, that's your experience. And so the direction that I come from, again, is love and wanting to be happy. Happy people act better.
No, you are happy.
Yes.
If you are happy, you will attract happy people.
Well, I like what she said too, because that's true. Happy people act better.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And then it all starts with you. So, yes, I do believe that we have a responsibility.
So actually, you're writing from the standpoint of hope in a relationship.
Yes.
Which you want it to be. Or what you want to bring it back to the essence of
what she will make it be.
What you originally want, what you originally can't start out to be. That's what love was. It had nothing to do with physical attraction or sex or anything like that. But the spirit of what is the power of love is an invisible attraction. It's like I always compare it. I tell my kids, like a magnet. I say, you put two magnets together, you put them close enough, they'll draw to each other.
Right.
I said, but the force in between, can you see it? They said, no. I said, that's what the force is.
That's right.
That's what it is. The attraction that you cannot see is a force that you want to emit and develop within yourself that will not have you chasing anything.
Right.
Don't chase people. Develop the force and have them drawn to you.
That's exactly right.
And that
let them chase you.
And that what you want will come to you and knock on your door. And you won't have to do anything. You
I
got
believe
to run
that.
and check out anything. But if you concentrate on that force and keep it around you and emit that from your spirit, it affects everybody in the room as soon as you walk in. You don't have to say a word. And you don't have to wear a short dress to do it.
That's right.
That's really
right.
true.
And that's what we have to also teach is the difference between love, the difference between sex, the difference between intimacy, passion,
lust.
It's all different. And so you have to be true within yourself to ask yourself, what is it that I am looking for? And then you have to be careful about the answer that you come up with. Oh,
That's
yes.
right.
Oh, yes.
You have to be specific.
Yeah, absolutely.
You'll get what you ask for.
Yes.
I want a guy that got a lot of money. Well, you probably more child molester. But he got a lot of money.
Right. So what does that mean?
And then it doesn't have to be.
Right.
You know, it's some brothers that are dynamic, that make a lot of money and know how to treat a lady.
But still be specific. This is what I want. I want a man who believes in himself, who believes in...
That's secure, because I think that's one of the problems.
Culture, is knowledgeable about politics and religion and the importance of home and family. So a lot of people don't like to ask these questions because they don't like the answers. Or they may not get the right answer they want. They may have to scratch the whole project, and they don't want to do that.
Well, a lot of times also we are not clear on what we want.
There you go.
See, that's very important. You know, Ed and I, we were talking earlier, it's very important to know what it is that you want and not so much what you expect from someone else. Because if you have yourself in alignment, in what it is that you want, that is what you will attract. And so you're not looking to change anyone.
Exactly.
You know, there's problems when you do that. You're not looking to make someone who you want, he really didn't mean that, or she really didn't mean that. Or you have to be certain and comfortable with who you are, what it is that you want in a relationship. And you have to know that.
Right.
Before you meet someone.
Exactly. And I think too, you know, you cannot, nothing is perfect. If you go into a relationship and thinking that everything is going to be perfect, it's not.
Right.
You're going to have things that you might not agree on. You have to understand that you have to work through things. But when love is present, you can work it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can work it out. But if you get defensive and you're insecure and you're looking for happiness through that person instead of being happy within yourself
Right.
and secure within yourself, then those kind of issues can be resolved just like that. And I think a lot of people miss that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I have found that anytime you do anything or say anything, if you do it with love, you can do and say just about anything to a person.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know how bad it is or how damaging it is to the person, as long as it's the truth and you say it with love, you can tell a person just about anything. Some people are afraid to correct somebody, or afraid to say what the person did to offend them because they don't want to hurt their feelings. They want to mess with the relationship. But it's not a relationship if it's not done in honestly, it's not done in truth, it's not done in love. It's not really a relationship. So you might as well
Exactly.
risk it and go ahead and tell the truth. But if you say it in love, you can say just about anything to a person.
I believe that.
No matter how bad it sounds or how I talk about somebody, if I say it without malice,
Right.
you can tell them the truth, tell them anything you want.
That's
And
right.
they really can't get mad. They might get mad at first, but as long as it's the truth, they won't.
If they are
They
secure
might
within
thank you later.
themselves.
They might thank you later
Right.
for
They
being
think
honest
about
enough and caring enough about them to tell them.
exactly.
So
Exactly.
if
Well,
you
that's
really
what
care about
creates
somebody, tell them.
right. Because I think that's what really creates a strong relationship. We always talk about that is communication.
Right.
You know, when you really and truly communicate with one another, and not afraid, like you said, to
Right.
share anything, then
Well,
you know, and if the person hears and will take
Exactly.
heed, it
Right.
just makes the relationship stronger.
And communication is not just talking to someone, to the other person. In my opinion, communication is more or less getting an understanding and respecting. We don't have to always agree, but at least understand what I'm trying to convey to you and then respect that.
Right.
You know, I mean, how in the world do you expect that we're all going to think the same? We're going to feel the same. They're different flowers.
But they're all flowers.
But they're all flowers. They're different animals. They're different trees in the forest. But we have to learn as human beings to respect one another. And I think that's another thing that has been lost in our music, that has been lost in family,
Oh yeah.
that has been lost in relationships, is the respect. And I know our young people often say, I want you to respect me. I want you to respect me. But do you respect yourself?
Right.
You want me to respect you before you even respect yourself. We have an issue that I have problems with, and that is our women calling each other bees.
Oh
They've
yeah.
made that a thing
A
that
girlfriend name.
A nickname.
excuse me?
A nickname.
No. And so, but who's going to stop that? Us.
That's right.
That is unacceptable.
Right.
How are you going to call me that? And you depend on me to do things. You call me up to ask me to do something for you, and I'm there to support you. And then you're going to call me that. Do you understand what that word is and what it really means?
Exactly.
And if you did, you would not accept it as something acceptable.
Right.
And so even if someone is saying that to you, and just you need to be the one to stop them, say, you know what, don't call me that.
No, right.
Even in jest.
Even in jest, because there's truth in jest.
Because words are sounds, and sounds have power to them.
Absolutely.
So if you call someone something that has a negative connotation to it, that brings about a negative spirit.
Exactly.
I don't care if you laugh it off and joke it off or whatever, it still has the same negative spirit, which is the same reason why when we were brought over here, the first thing was done was to change our name, because our name meant something. And they had to give you a name that meant nothing.
That's right.
So the name you have probably doesn't have a meaning to it. And a lot of names in America don't have any spiritual or psychological meaning to them. It doesn't tell you about who the person really is. And that's what the first thing they had to do with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. That's not their names. That was the name the Bible gave them, but that wasn't their names originally. They rejected that name, along with the food and everything else. But
I just found that out. I just found that out that was not those three Hebrew boys' name.
That's right.
And that is such a powerful story.
There's
about
power,
those three.
there's
Yes.
power in the words. There's power in sound. Sound travels 1,000 miles per second, so it does not stop. when it hits my ear, it keeps on going. So therefore, the sound put out into the universe, that's why they say, the universe will hear your cry.
That's right.
So if you say it loud enough, the whole planet is moaning in disbelief as to what the situation on the planet is. And the rest of the universe hears this.
That's right.
So they will send people to try to help you out. They've been doing it for years.
Yes.
I don't want to get deep on y'all.
Right. We don't want to do that, but
well, we're gonna take a short pause for the cause. You're here at IntellectualRadio.com. We'll be right back shortly.
Hey. Intellectual Radio, we talk about good stuff.
Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich and your mommy, she's so fine. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings you're gonna rise up singing, then you will spread your wings and you'll take to the sky. But until that morning comes, there is nothing to trouble you with mommy and daddy standing by. Summertime and your living's made comfortable. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Oh, daddy's rich and your mommy, she's so fine. So hush, little baby, don't you cry.
Just a little taste.
Zemrah, and that's coming in. We're hoping that the lovely Medina Dixon, the granddaughter of Willie Dixon,
Blues legend. Chicago.
Yes.
My kind of music.
Very own. We're hoping that she'll get an opportunity. She was supposed to join us, but she was unable to. So hopefully that her time will allow her to call in and tell us a little bit about the upcoming event this Sunday, the 27th at DuSable Museum, our museum, featuring a lot of great talent, and got blues on your mind.
Yes.
And I have been blessed with the opportunity to join them to do a couple of my favorite songs. And joining me will be Mr. Joel Burke himself. Wonderful keyboardist. So, Pam, now tell us a little bit about Medina and some of your conversation with her, and how you got an opportunity to meet her. And
well, I tell you, I love music. I love Chicago.
yes,
And so I love the music that generated from Chicago, and absolutely blues is one of them. That's another genre of music that is dear to our hearts. Yes. I mean, we love jazz, we love R&B, but blues sort of makes you feel like
getting
life can be crazy sometimes, but it gets in the depth of you.
And it's another one that's the lyrics with that is
yes.
I think I'm gonna turn one of your
and you can.
I know I can. Oh, know I can.
I know. Let me say this before we get into that. When I first started writing, first of all, this one here, I let him read something. No. I sent them something because I just didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. And I respect the two of them so much. And I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. I've always written things down in a journal since I was a little girl. I love to read. And I'm very creative in my head, but I just was not able to get things written down. When I read, I have to read over and over because I don't think I was absent the day that they really talked about comprehension. So sometimes it's difficult for me to comprehend. Right. I have to go over and over in my head, but that's just who I am. Anyway, I wrote out something and I wanted Zemrah and Ed to read over it. And I think it was entitled What I Want.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yes,
You gave it to me.
what I want. And I let the both of them read it. And it was about 3 pages or something because I am wordy.
Mhm.
And after they read it, they didn't say anything about what was the contest or anything. And this one here says, "You're a writer. You're a writer." That was the first time that I actually heard that I am a writer.
Mhm.
And from that, I just started writing. It
comes
was
natural for you.
amazing.
Comes
Yeah.
natural to you.
Mhm.
I could
I
tell when
didn't
I was
realize.
reading your journal. I said, "Oh, she's a writer. She loves to
Mhm.
write. She can keep doing this. Yeah, this is easy."
And then
Because she writes
we,
with such, she's
Smooth.
wordy,
Yeah.
yeah,
but the words say a lot.
yes, and I'm expressive.
Exactly. And nothing's really wrong with
No.
that.
She does detail.
You have to
Yes,
just
I'm
kind of,
very detailed,
and I just have to kind of tone it,
right.
dial it back some,
But
and
this
it all
is
makes
the
sense.
magnificence of this one. I just gave her the sheet of paper with the lyrics, nothing. And when I write, I don't hear the music. I don't hear. It's amazing. I don't hear anything. And I said, Zimra, just take a look at this. This is something that I wrote. Would you just take a look at it and tell me what you think? And this lady looked at those lyrics on a white piece of paper and she started
Singing the paper.
You are you.
She did.
Tears came to my eyes.
Yeah.
It was so amazing. And that's one of the things. When she and I first met, our spirits clicked immediately
Absolutely.
for the very first time. So, I mean, the universe knows exactly what it's doing. And as Ed and I was talking earlier, you have to do things on purpose because you have the power to do that. Just do what, Ed? You say just be. And that's what we as
That's what
humans have
humans
sometimes.
are. Human being.
Right.
That's what that is.
Right.
So just be.
Just be.
Mhm.
And so she took my lyrics and just turned them into magic. And I'm just so grateful and I'm just so thankful. You have no idea what is about to happen.
This is smoking tune now.
Oh,
This is smoking
you
tune.
are.
Yes.
I mean, this is a song that you can sing at your wedding. It could be the first dance for the couple.
Absolutely.
The gentleman or the female can sing it as she's coming down the aisle. This is also a tune that if you see it in series on TV where it's in the background. I mean, it's wonderful. The way that she did it, the way that, and then the gentleman that put the music to it, Reggie
Yes.
Foster, is phenomenal.
Yes.
So you guys are going to just be ridiculous over
You're
this
in for a
music.
treat.
You are in for a treat, and that's what life is about: treats,
Yes.
joy, happiness,
And love.
and love.
Yeah.
So, and as well as Mr. Now we have another one. I see you, and the other way that I write, sometimes I can just see things or hear something. Zimra and I was just talking one afternoon, and I don't know how we came up, but she said, "I see you," and I said, "Oh, that's a song."
Mm.
That's a song.
This sounds
I
like
said,
song.
"Oh, let me see." And I went home that evening, and I just wrote something out. A few weeks later, I sent it to her, and bam,
She got it.
awesome. So that's 3 songs that you're gonna absolutely love. Not to say anything about the song that this one has written, "Love Is Possible,"
The title
which
song.
is the title song of the CD,
Yeah.
which will be on T-shirts that we have available because we are adamant about displaying love.
I want to see
That's
that. I
right.
want to see that on picket signs,
Yes.
T-shirts,
Love is
on
possible.
the side of
because it
buses
absolutely is.
to give the new generation hope, to let them know love is possible.
And you know it is.
You know it is.
That's right. That is right. So I guess Medina, I don't know how she. I don't know if she's gonna.
Well, it's 6:43, so she said she's going to call in about 6:45. So she
Oh,
said about
okay.
2 more minutes.
Okay. Well, meanwhile, we're going to talk about another love, a love that I have for my awesome grandson,
Oh yes,
Emmanuel Pugh,
the champion.
the champion, who is about to embark on another fight that I know he will be phenomenal and win
He's
on February 2nd at the Blue Chip
all
Casino.
right. Tell everybody what he does.
And he is I'm gonna let his grandfather, I'm just building it up, and I'm gonna let his grandfather tell the art of everything. But he is, like I always say, and I always love to talk about young people that are doing something positive, living their dreams, and doing what they love. And he has been doing this since what, about 8?
Hmm.
And his grandfather even taught him some different techniques and all that he never forgot. But I am so proud. This belt, the last belt, he didn't get, but that wasn't really a fight as far as I was concerned. So this time, this is an opportunity that he is really and truly going for, and we wish him a whole lot of blessings. And I'm not going to say luck, I'm going to say blessings, because of his ability to focus and know what he wants to do, know what he wants to accomplish. And he's just an awesome young man. And one of the things about Emmanuel is that he's fit. You don't find too many young brothers that I mean, he eats clean. You know, his lady eats clean. And I'm so excited because he is going to join us next Monday. Uh Memnom.
Hmm.
He will be Memnom Warrior, and he will be our special guest for that whole hour next
Oh,
week.
wonderful.
And so we're really looking forward to that. That'll be the 28th. So you cannot, no, the 29th. So
Hmm.
you really cannot miss that. So tell a little bit about his art and exactly what he does, Ed.
Memnon, which the name I gave him.
Yes.
His name is Emmanuel Pugh, the Memnon warrior. I gave him that name because Memnon was a Greek god from Africa
Yeah.
who's still revered in Europe today as one of the gods of war. But he was one of the gods because he was one of the fairest and most noble and royal of all the warriors. And they call him, there's Memnon. Whenever you do anything that's righteous, they say it's the Memnon way over in Europe.
Ah,
Called the Memnon. This was thousands of years ago. So he's a Memnon warrior. So I told him I got the book, gave it to him. He read up on the life of Memnon, who was, I think he beat Achilles. And but God Zeus, uh, this whole story where he crippled Memnon so that he could win against Achilles. But he beat Achilles because he never lost a war or
okay.
fight against anybody. So all throughout the whole European Greek mythology, they all revered Memnon. So I gave him that name. And so he adopted it. I told him make sure you read up on it so you can adopt the spirit that says we don't lose, we win, we push
Mhm.
to the end, and no foe is too great for us. And that's the attitude you have to have if you're going to be a champion. And that's
Yeah.
what he developed. So he's a mixed martial arts, which means that for those out there who don't know, they kick, they elbow, you know, they do roundhouse kicks, kick the knee and stuff. They punch and even wrestle.
Yeah.
So
And I mean, he's
which
got
is
a
which
he's
is
got a kick that's
which you have
unbelievable.
to be in a very serious condition to do this. So
Yeah. And he works out. I mean,
he is
he is.
for he works and he fights in the 140 pound, 145 pound class. And he's a champion in his class. The only thing he had one loss. And whoa,
And
we have a poster.
this is the HFC.
Can you see the poster? We have a poster of him over here. Can you pull it, show it up, it's in? Can you pull
Well,
it
I
up?
don't think anybody can see it from that distance, but um,
That's him in the bottom right hand corner.
right here.
That's Memnon the Great.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they'll be fighting
But it's at the
on
Blue Chip Casino, and that's in where is that at?
Michigan City.
Yeah, Michigan City.
Michigan City, Blue Chip Casino.
Saturday,
February.
February 2nd, and I'm really excited for him this time around. This is to go to the Blue Chip.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So we will have him. He will join us tomorrow. I mean, join us next Tuesday for that whole hour. So, and then speaking of young men, how is our phenomenal young man doing in college?
Oh, my nephew.
Yes. him and Emmanuel was on our show,
Right.
and they were just, oh, they were wonderful. When
Well,
I think of him
perhaps.
so often.
Oh, yes. Perhaps when he comes home for spring break. Well, if he comes home, because he went to Pomona College in California, doing extremely
I
well.
don't doubt that.
His parents, Selena, and her husband Sean, they just have been great parents to both their boys. They have one in high school over at Brother Rice High School, and he's doing well. And um, I'm just so proud of young Black
Man.
men
Oh,
who are following their dreams and actually living them.
yes.
That when they it's so key and important to figure out what it is that you want to do early on, because then you
Yes.
have a lot of time to do it. And so Keith Carter is doing remarkably well, and just you can find him on young people, you can find him on Facebook,
Yes.
YouTube,
Has he
what
still
is
got
it,
his company? Is he
Instagram.
still doing his
Oh
company?
yes, he has a company. He sells t-shirts and all kinds of things. And his parents allowed him, and I'm going to say this to parents: allow your children to do what you taught them to do, and that's to be responsible. If you are a parent who um was call it strict, at some point in time allow them to go out and do what you
That's right.
taught them.
That's right.
His parents allowed them, Selena and Sean allowed him to go abroad and study for the summer. And he did that. It just gives you so much experience when you get out of your comfort zone.
That's
And
right.
I always often say, what's so comfortable about your comfort zone? And if you're too comfortable, it's something that you're
It's
not
time to
doing.
leave.
Absolutely. And so he's doing remarkably well. So we'll
I'm not
perhaps
shocked.
have him on. I'm very proud of him.
Yeah,
Very
you
proud of
should,
him.
because I mean, the moment I met him,
Hmm.
his aura and
Spirit.
just his spirit was just phenomenal.
Yes.
And Emmanuel really
Hmm.
took to him
They
too.
clicked
And
real
what I
well.
liked about him, it was like he's in college. Emmanuel's not, but he said, like he said, Emmanuel is still doing something positive and
Right.
going for his dream.
And that's
Right.
the respect that we were talking about.
Yes,
See, because college may not be for everyone.
exactly. But that doesn't mean you don't
It
have a
does
positive dream.
exactly. So you want to be clear on what it is that you want to do. And hey, sometimes you may not be clear right now, but just stay focused.
That's
Just
right.
stay on the course. It will come to you.
That's right.
It will
And when
come.
you walk in that path,
Yes.
you all still go in the same
Oh,
direction,
yes.
a
Hmm.
positive one.
You
That's
want to be
all.
happy, healthy, and prosperous.
There you
Point
go.
blank. And you want to give back to your community. That's another thing that these young people are doing. And I have so much respect for a lot of the millennials today, because they're giving back to their community. They refuse to just down to what they're receiving.
That's
And
right.
so, in order for you to make change, you must change.
That's right.
And so these young people are doing just that. I have a niece who just received her master's degree, DECA. She's phenomenal.
Did you say her master's
Her
degree?
master's
Her master's
degree.
degree?
Oh my goodness,
Oh,
Her
master.
master?
She
wow.
has. She is amazing. I
Yeah.
have another niece that is in college. Well, I have two nieces that are in college. Devasha, she's in college, as well as Jasmine.
Now,
And I'm
what are some
telling
of
you,
their majors? Because
well,
you know these young people are going to be our upcoming
oh, that's our future.
presidents, and it really
Yes,
The
is.
leaders of
they're the
tomorrow.
That's
leaders
right.
of tomorrow,
And they starting out young with this politicking.
and they're the one thing
Good.
that I like about the young people that I'm around and I mentor, and one of the things that we as adults need to do and be more conscious of, and that is not only inspiring but empower. We it is our job, it is our responsibility to empower our young people, to be their biggest cheerleaders, to
That's
let
right.
them know
Encourage
that they
them.
have it. We must encourage
That's
them,
right.
because I mean, life is going to beat the hell out of you.
That's
Mhm.
right.
But if you have power around you, if you've had individuals to tell you, yes, you can, and then you know you can, there's nothing you cannot do.
That's
And
right.
that's our responsibility. And so the young people I have my granddaughter, oh, I can just go on. And this is why I tell you people, um, I have three grandchildren that are extremely wonderful. They're doing well. Two live in Las Vegas. My other granddaughter live in Georgia somewhere. Listen.
But
Let me tell
doesn't
you
it,
something.
it
They have
fills
their
your
story.
heart?
It really does.
Fills your
And I'm
heart.
gonna tell you, this is what love is about.
Yes.
This is what you see. We say the word love, but love is a demonstration.
Love is an action
It
word.
is an
That's
action
right.
word. And then you say, how do love materialize?
It's a verb.
This is how it materializes.
Do something.
That's you have to do something. And so we have our family have put in our young people the possibility that is endless.
And that's the truth.
And so they're demonstrating that, and I'm just so very proud of them. I'm just so
And I
proud.
think what's good about it too, really to step out there. I
Right.
know I am just so because we're very very proud of Ashley
Mhm.
because I mean she went from Microsoft
That's our
to
niece.
Hershey
Mhm.
to and now she's
Facebook.
she's big with Facebook and she does
Mhm.
human resources. And I
Oh.
mean she travels all over the world. She mentored young girls out of Africa.
Oh,
And
wonderful.
Ashley does a lot of great things. She's not a young woman that begs and always talks
Mhm.
about what she does. She does a lot of behind the scene things too. And
Yes.
just where I mean, it just fills your heart because there so many things. We're very proud of Willie. And when you can talk
Mhm.
about the things that young people are doing, you might have a little rough spot here and there. Like
Yes.
even our oldest grandson is going through some rough challenges right now, but he's read more and
Mhm.
he called us other day and he was reading up on Dr. King and
Mhm.
Malcolm X and
He's learned
he
about
read
he's learned about his mistakes.
right,
He's starting to
right,
realize that.
right. So when you don't stop seeking
Right.
the truth and stop seeking your heart's desire, I always say and believe that when you take one step, you know God got all
God
the
got.
rest of
He
them.
said,
Yes. Yes.
all you got to do, he says, if you seek the truth, it will find
It
you.
That's
will find
right.
you.
That's
Elijah
right.
Muhammad never finished grammar school,
Yeah.
and he receives the measurements of the
There
earth
you are.
and all the planets
That's
Yes.
and the
right.
distance between all the planets.
That's
Mhm.
right.
And didn't nobody know he was right until they investigated and found out for themselves, because they didn't know either.
Right.
Mhm.
And when they found it out, they said the man had it on the button
Wow.
per mile.
Yeah.
He said he knew how much the earth weighed.
What?
When the scientists researched it, that he was right.
Wow.
And they wondered where did he get it from.
See. Well, that just lets you know that everybody
Has a
does not
gift.
necessarily right,
Find it.
and you don't have to be
Find it. The
on
universe
that
will give it
same
to you.
path. Right. I have another niece that is finding her path. She's working through it. Dolores, we call her Nia. She's got such a strong desire to be in um, not just theater, but she wants to be a movie star. She wants to act, and she's just going through
What you tell
whatever
her?
it is that she needs to
Did you
do.
tell her she's already a movie
Oh,
star?
she's got it. She's got the persona. She's got everything that it
Okay.
takes. But sometimes your path can be bumpy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sometimes you go down a road and there's a hole there. You might even fall in. You
Get
gotta
up.
get up.
That's right.
But I have such respect for her because she is just following her dreams. And sometimes other people don't agree. So what? It is
You tell me
your
did
dream.
she run into haters?
Well, we all do. But what you think about me is not my business.
That's right. There you go.
Ain't nothing about
There
it.
you go. So it's all about. We keep saying that it's all about. I have two beautiful, beautiful granddaughters, Passion and
Mm,
Jasmine, and they just you just say that
yes.
you just do your thing,
Do your thing and
and
do it
just
right and
that's
know that
right.
you're loved. We have
That's the
to, as
most important
parents,
thing.
as adults in their lives, we have to support them.
Yeah.
We just have to. It is our responsibility. In the mentoring program that I was working with Dr. Lewis, who we have to have her on the show
Oh,
too at some point in
absolutely. Oh,
time.
yeah. I need to get Dr.
Yes, we
Lewis
really
on.
have to have her on the show. It is our responsibility. I feel that women who claim they are accomplished, it is our responsibility to give back. We cannot sit back and just think that we have made it and do not give back to our girls. Our young women need what we have.
That's right.
And I don't know which artist said this. I don't know if it was Miss Beyonce, but girls do rule. Oh
They
yes,
rock.
they do. That's that other thing, Black Girls Rock.
Hmm.
Yes, they do.
That's another thing. Eventually, one day on this radio station, I'm going to launch a campaign to change our designation.
Hmm.
We are not black people.
Okay, that's we talk about that.
We'll talk
Here we
about that. I
go.
know
That's a
We
whole
can
nother.
talk
That's a whole
about
nother.
that.
because we can talk about that.
Yes.
I'm just putting it out there.
Yes.
I want to start something. So I'm
You
just
I
said
saying.
have
that
a I
before,
have
so
a
we're gonna
couple of
make that
people.
happen
I
for
have
this
a couple
year.
of people that need to be on that show with you to talk about that. And you will hear us say often, I'm not gonna get deep. I'm not gonna get, but there's gonna come a time when we're gonna get
Get
deep.
deep.
Well, we gotta have. We're putting together this forum too.
Mhm.
Our love is possible forum.
We
Mhm.
So
gonna
we're
get,
gonna
we want to
we are
get
gonna
we
get
gonna get
deep.
to the truth and love.
Right.
Yeah.
We're gonna get
Because
all of
black
that.
is what? A color.
That's right.
That's what it is. It's a
It's
color. And we
not a,
have
it's not a
allowed
culture. We
them
are
to,
way more
yes.
than that.
Oh, absolutely. We've
Absolutely.
allowed them to capitalize black
Mm.
like it's a nationality. And
It
it
is
is
not.
not. And it
It is
Right.
is
not.
not.
If
So,
when you find out who you really are,
oh
oh
my.
look out.
Hmm.
I'm telling you.
That's right. That's
Stay
right.
tuned.
So as always, what we want you to know and understand, and my philosophy is always when you embrace life, life will embrace you back, and you just have to understand that don't let anything stop you from following your dreams, and that's something that we're going to really and truly inspire and try to really promote. To the depths of that this year in some of our shows is we want people to really and truly be able to understand their life and understand what life can bring them when they embrace life and know really and truly what you want and just go for it. Because we can procrastinate and dissect and bisect and try and figure out, and
Overthink.
yeah, overthink,
Hmm.
absolutely, and you
Hmm.
never wind up accomplishing anything. So I say, it doesn't matter about age. Again, as long as you can walk, talk, and breathe, I say that you just have to keep it moving because that's life. That's
Yes,
life.
that's right.
Here's the life, and you promote your own life. You tell life what you want in it,
So
and
uh,
it'll give it to you.
do like Dr. King said. Have a dream first of all.
Hmm.
Believe in that dream, and then allow yourself to dream. Because a
Yeah.
lot of the young people stop dreaming.
Yeah, well, we ain't talking about just young people. We're talking about
I'm talking about
everybody at this point.
everybody, anybody.
It doesn't matter.
If you had a dream, it was not yours. The universe gave it to you for a reason,
That's
and
right.
you need to practice that dream and develop that dream because the universe is waiting on you to contribute to the rest of humanity with that dream.
That's right.
So it's all possible.
And I want to just end with this. This is what I've learned. The fact that you have the desire for a thing means that you can have it.
That's right.
Think about that. The fact that you have the desire for it. So, whatever you desire, you can have it. That's why you desire it.
That's
In the
right.
Go
first place.
for it.
Go
Exactly.
for it. That's right. That's a pattern, and that is
It's a scientific
a
fact.
spirit that God put in you,
Hmm.
and all you have to do is execute it. That's one thing that I do have to say for me.
Hmm.
I don't allow anything to get in the way of what my heart's desire and what I really and truly want to implement. And I do it respectfully, and I just get it done. And one thing that we always say about your dreams, you keep it to yourself until you have figured it out. And then that's when you let go and let God. But you make sure that you figure out your things and lay it down on your blueprint and then get it moving. And then that's when you share it once it's just where you want it.
I gotta say one thing about that. Zemrah is not the kind of person that does that. She does not lay out no blueprint for anything. She decides she want to do something. She starts with the doing first. she start out with the doing. How to, when to, if you got the money to, is second.
Right.
That's true.
It's like
It's gonna work out.
let's start it now. We don't care what we got. Let's start with what we got already. Let's go do this.
That's
I'm
right.
like, what? Let's start moving in that direction.
Thank you, baby.
Which is good.
It really is, because a lot of times people procrastinate. Well, I need to have more money, or I need to this.
I need more
When
time.
you start putting everything in place and say, this is what you're going to do, for some reason, the money comes.
You just do it.
You just have to go on and do it.
Right.
So I do give myself an applause. Well, I am so sorry that Medina evidently wasn't able to. She wasn't able to call us. But check us out Sunday. Doors open at
4, I
4.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can go on Zemrah's page, go on Zemrah's Facebook page and get all the information of the event on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And
January
just
27th.
keep posted, because and listen, guys, this form right here is very informative. You have to start sharing this Facebook, and this social media is extremely available for us to utilize. Let's do it. So share this, talk about it. I mean,
That's right.
we've got to get back where we need to be.
And we gotta
got
learn
to
to
do
support
it.
one another.
Well,
That's why I want you to
yes.
make sure. And I'm really
Yes.
sorry that Medina, she was tied up, but I really wanted her to come on and talk a little bit about Sunday and all the different artists that will be there. And it's just going to be a phenomenal evening. And bring your loved ones. We're talking about our great blues artists, our legends.
And I think the tickets start at $10. I think I saw that. So, but go on Zemrah's Facebook page and get the information, and just come on out and support.
Yeah.
We have to learn
We
to
gotta
support one another.
Yeah,
I love
it's
blue.
It's gonna be a wonderful, wonderful event. Very
I love
good.
blue because I had them so much.
No, he hasn't.
You had to sing the blues.
No, he hasn't. He just
Excuse me.
I had the blues so much. Shoot.
Well, we're here at Intellectual Radio every Tuesday, 7. Again, please do not miss us next week, where we have Memnon Warrior, Emmanuel Pugh, sharing with us some of his hopes and dreams for this upcoming fight at the Blue Chip Casino. We hope that you have enjoyed this segment. Pam, we always love you coming, and then to talk about love and all the good things of life.
Well,
you
thank
the lady.
you so much. Thank you so much.
And men,
I
you're
appreciate
missing
it.
out. You see this beautiful sister. You're missing something good in life.
I'm a piece of work, but I'm worth it.
Don't have stuff, though. Don't have stuff.
So please join us. Make sure that you like me on Facebook. And again, check out the information for this upcoming Sunday at Art du Sable Museum, the great blues legends. Check us out. Sunday,
have
January
faith. Remember,
27th.
love is possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I want to thank Earl one more time for letting me be myself again.
Thanks, Wanda. Have a good night.